we just have to be intentional in our way. We have the indigenous product, the indigenous medicinal plants here that have not been tapped over the years.
You know, if you want to have functional partnership or collaboration, you must be intentional about it. We have submitted all of these to NAFDAC, and we have application numbers for all our products.
And where we have vowed to raise a new generation of leaders who will rewrite the black image of Africa. If we fully tap into the plans that we have in Nigeria today, can as well run the entire government, the entire nation, the entire budget of the country annually. What stops us from going into green? What stops us from going to solar?
The phrase "knowledge is power," attributed to Sir Francis Bacon, has remained relevant across centuries because it continues to reflect a fundamental truth. Knowledge provides the ability to understand, control, and influence situations and overcome, which is why Covenant University has chosen to collaborate with the Nigeria Natural Medicine Development Agency, NNMDA. In a recent visit to the NNMDA, the Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Abiodun Adebayo, led a delegation to explore a groundbreaking partnership aimed at advancing the knowledge of its students and fostering national development through natural medicine. Hosted by NNMDA's Director General, Professor Martins Emeje, the visit marked a significant step in the collaboration between academia and industry, centered on harnessing Nigeria's rich natural resources for health and economic growth. Professor Adebayo expressed his admiration for the agency's achievements, particularly their success at the 2024 National Association of Pharmacists in Academia Conference, held at Olabisi Onabanjo University, Shagamu, where NNMDA secured first place in the poster presentation. He acknowledged the agency's role as Nigeria's first and only indigenous medicine research institute and emphasized the importance of collaboration in advancing the nation's healthcare sector.
Ours is a research-based institution, and where we have vowed to raise a new generation of leaders who will rewrite the black image of Africa. As you all know, that Africa has a very bad image, and that's exactly what Covenant University has been set out to do, to help raise leaders. And we are excited to partner with the Nigeria Natural Medicine Development Agency today, ably led by Professor Martins Emeje, my very wonderful friend, the DG and the CEO, because we just have to be intentional in our way. As you know, that there's this saying that health is wealth, and that we have the indigenous product, the indigenous medicinal plants here that have not been tapped over the years. And it's high time that we begin to pay attention to it, because this collaboration will also help to foster new discoveries, to foster creativity, to foster innovation. It will also help to build capacity, particularly in the area of medicinal plant research that we are all faced with.
In his remarks, Professor Adebayo reiterated Covenant University's commitment to supporting the rebranding of Nigeria's healthcare through indigenous knowledge. He highlighted the university's selective approach to partnerships, underscoring the significance of this collaboration with NNMDA. With a strong background in research, including studies in medicinal plants, the professor stressed the need for government support in harnessing indigenous resources, citing the potential for significant revenue generation and national development.
The revenue that can be generated if we fully tap into the plants that we have, the healthy plants we have in Nigeria today, can as well run the entire government, the entire nation, the entire budget of the country annually. So there is huge investment that we can get from here. And I want to just also recommend that we may begin to adopt some of those models that are working globally. And one of such is that we need to pay attention to our agents. We need to pay attention to institutes. Now, having had some pinch of my training in China. I can let you know that even the institutes, particularly institutes in China, there are several of hundreds of them, are highly rated than the universities, where they produce postgraduate training. So I want to admonish and recommend that our government begin to pay attention to this. Let's fund the institutes, let's fund the agencies, and let's see how we can begin to harness the full potential of that are inherent in a natural product, particularly medicinal plants. And that's what has fostered this relationship today.
Covenant University, founded by Dr. David Oyedepo, is renowned for its commitment to academic excellence and leadership development. The university's core values of spirituality, integrity, possibility, mentality, capacity building, and responsibility aligns with its mission to raise a new generation of leaders. Through initiatives like Entrepreneurship Development Studies, EDS, Covenant University has fostered an entrepreneurial spirit among students, encouraging them to pursue business ventures even while in school, as whatever they learn today will become a powerful tool that will shape their future. This, he noted, as he referred to a successful alumnus who is now interested in sponsoring students annually, furthering the university's mission of nurturing future leaders. As part of the strategic partnership, the university supports bringing industry experts into its postgraduate training programs, ensuring that students gain practical insights and experience.
And additional body to himself, but to see how you can creatively solve that needed solution, bring the solution with them. And that's why we have brought in the industry expert as part of our PA, part of our postgraduate training. And apart from that, at the undergraduate level, to give them a spark, we invite them. Every department will invite minimum 3 persons. Minimum three industry experts in every semester. And when they begin to tell them, these are the things, there's that handshake between the industry. Year in, year out, these are the things we do. And our indigenous curriculum, Indigenous program have really set out Covenant University. We've not copied everything.
Yes.
It is original. In fact, as a matter of
It
fact,
is natural.
the entrepreneurship development studies, what we call EDS, we started the curriculum, we drove it, and even the National Universities Commission, the body that regulates the Nigerian university, have to adopt it for all the Nigerian universities, which we are excited about, and we are glad we all share that.
For me, really, I'm highly excited and humbled because, if you want to have functional partnership or collaboration, you must be intentional about it. You must be intentional about it. And those who know me know that I'm intentional when it comes to networking and partnership, because my belief for the development of this country has no equal, and I don't look back about it. So I deliberately went out to partner with this investor because we want the best. And so when I started hearing that the best investing in West Africa is in Nigeria Invest, and the best ranked investees, Covenant Invest, I went out looking for them. I said, come, I want to make sure that my agency is also the best in West Africa, so that we can be the best in Africa and be the best in the world. And if you want to achieve anything, look for those that have achieved that thing, befriend them, and you will be like them.
During the visit, the delegation toured various departments, starting with an introduction to the agency's ICT library, followed by a visit to the herbarium of medicinal plants. Other departments include the Bioresources and Conservation Department, the Physical and Chemicals Section, Preparatory Room, and the Wet Investigation Laboratory were also showcased, emphasizing the agency's dedication to indigenous research and development. NNMDA is passionate about indigenous products, and this aligns with Covenant University's philosophy as they prioritize patronizing made in Nigeria.
See, this is, in case I forget when I'm doing my short presentation, the You know I am an indigenous person. I believe in indigenosity.
The car we brought is an indigenous.
Beautiful, innocent.
Innocent.
Give me hand! Are you people hearing? So those of you who don't know why me and VC of a covenant they click, now they hear that. This is fabricated here by Firo, right? Yes. Okay, by Firo. Where I will show you what a Nigerian engineer fabricated and we use in extraction here right now. Okay, this is our cosmetics area. This place is our cosmetics area. That's what.
In an interview with SOUQ News Television and other press men, the duo expressed their thoughts concerning their desires for the country.
We have at least 27 products ready to go into the industry. And one of it, in the full spectrum, we generate at least 3.8 million jobs. One of it. So multiply by 27. So when I tell people that we don't even need oil, what we need is our natural plant biodiversity. The projection is by 2050, in fact by 2030 first, which is about 6 or 7 years from now, is going to be $347 billion market. Then by 2050, it will be $5 trillion market. I'm talking of the plant alone. I have not joined animals.
Government will need to just take the bulk of it. Government will need to provide the facilities available, at least the basic facilities that will foster for validation. Now we are talking about validation. We should also be equally talking about, yes, there is internal validation and there are validations that can be done externally. Internal validation talks about, setting up the right quality assurance system, internal quality assurance that can help. But the external validation will also mean that you need to also prove our worth before people begin to recognize what we carry. And if we are everywhere, we want to get treatment in abroad, we want to get treatment in India, you have this, you run to abroad, you have headache. Government officials will run to India. We have headache, they run to US. You have headache. It won't work. Let's fix our infrastructural facilities here. That's the validation I'm talking about here. Let's fix the energy issue. In fact, what stops us from going into green? What stops us from going to solar?
The partnership between Covenant University and Nigeria National Medicine Development Agency is a unique blend for knowledge sharing, as it represents a convergence of academia, research, and industry, with the shared goal of advancing Nigeria's healthcare and economic sector. By leveraging the strengths of both institutions, this collaboration has the potential to transform the nation's approach to natural medicine, ultimately contributing to a healthier and more prosperous Nigeria. Grace Komolafe, SOUQ News Television.